What's up, beautiful people? Thank you for joining your boy on another episode of Buy That Toy. This is a little deviation from our typical toy topic conversations, but I feel like it's still related to the greater purpose and theme of this channel, if you will. Man, so I just finished watching Predator Hunter of Hunters, and it really got me to thinking, what are my favorite Predator movies? Like, how do I rank the Predator movies in order in terms of the movies that I like the best? Of course, if you're around my age, you started watching Predator in the late 80s, early 90s, or whatever the case may be. And the Predator movies just have a special place in my heart, in particular the toys, because Predator, Terminator, RoboCop, all of these toy lines were marketed towards kids with adult-themed movies. And I know I've mentioned that before, but it's just so mind-boggling that we had all of these Kenner Predator, Kenner Alien toys, and they were targeted at kids. They were literally kids' playthings. And these were adult-themed movies that we should not have been watching at 7, 8, and 10 years old. So, but listen, Predator Hunter and Hunters was a good movie. Really enjoyed it, man. So I just wanted to sit down and talk about it for a little bit. Like, what are my favorite Predator movies in order or whatever, right? So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to include the Alien versus Predator movies as well as a part of this. So in total, we've got 8 Predator movies that have come out. So we're going to start at number 8, and I'll give you my rankings, just how I feel about the movies. I want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you think. What do you think about my rankings, and how do you feel about these individual movies, or whatever the case may be? Full caveat, I will tell you, I am a Predator fanboy. It's not that these movies are always the best written or just phenomenal cinematic masterpieces, but I just enjoy the concept of the Predator, so I like it a lot. Also, this Predator run, another like sidebar, this Predator run of comics, if you have not read it and you're a comic book fan, Predator versus Wolverine was great. Predator versus Black Panther, that one was so good, and I'm so mad at my comic book store, not really, those are my guys, but my local comic book store did not get me Predator versus Black Panther. And I'm a huge Predator fan and Black Panther fan, and they know this. And then I just watched the stories, loved it. So I got to get those original issues. I want the first prints. I'll collect them. I'll pay overpriced. I know, whatever, don't care. I just want to have that from my collection. That story was so dope. I really enjoyed that one. Now we're on Predator versus Spider-Man. I'm actually getting that one, so that one is starting off pretty good too, man. This whole inserting the Predator into the Marvel universe, love it. Chef's kiss. All right, so let's get back to the topic at hand. Where do we stand with the Predator movies? How do we rank them? All right, so let's start with number 8. So number 8 on my list is Predator versus Alien 2. I think it was Predator versus Alien, the Requiem, AVPR or whatever, Requiem, if I'm saying that right, forgive me. This movie is number 8 because for me, it was a very forgettable movie. I know they introduced the Pralien because if you watch Alien versus Predator 1, at the end of the movie, you see the alien stick his head out of the Predator's chest. You know how the aliens jump onto your face with a little crab-like guy, and it shoots the eggs down into your stomach, and boom, it'll bust out of your chest or whatever the case may be. So we see that at the end of Alien versus Predator 1, when the body of a deceased predator is heading back to his home world. So we get the Pralien or whatever, Pralien, whatever they're calling it, in Alien versus Predator 2. But that movie was very forgettable, easily the worst of the 8 to me. That one was just not one of my favorites. Very hard to remember a lot about that movie. It was cool. It just wasn't my favorite of all the movies. So yeah, that's where I'm coming down on that one. I think from there, we'll go to number 7. Now for me, number 7 is going to be The Predator 2018. Now, Unlike Alien versus Predator 2, I actually liked the Predator 2018. Again, not a phenomenal movie, but it was a cool little movie. You got the ragtag group of militiamen, ex-military guys who get together. They've got this alien helmet. It summons the Predator and all of that stuff. The kid is playing with it. And all of a sudden, these guys are trying to hunt down the Predator and stop him and all of these things. It was a cool little movie. So I like that one. The storyline and the lore just wasn't there to bring it up higher on the list in terms of storytelling. That one was cool. It just, again, wasn't amazing. So it falls at number 7. So now we're going to get into number 6. So number 6 is a movie that just has a fun place in my heart. So number 6 for me is going to be Alien versus Predator 1. Now this movie, I actually liked and I enjoyed it a lot. The premise of the movie is very dumb, I guess, if you will, but we've got a bounty hunter, expert hunter coming in from outer space. So how much more crazy can it get? There feels like there's this pseudo romance, admiration, love scene that happens at the end of the movie between the Predator and Sanaya Lathan when they're looking at each other in the eye, and the Predator burns her cheek and all of that stuff. And she's running around Antarctica in a Baby Gap sweater and not dying from hypothermia or whatever the case may be. But that movie was just crazy. For me, it's a classic turn off your brain and just watch some action movie. I have watched that movie on repeat ad nauseum. Not a phenomenal movie, but it's one that I just really enjoy. And I'm sure that we all have movies like that. So Predator versus Alien 1 is definitely one of those movies for me. So I enjoy it. So it's that's why it comes in at this place or whatever. So let's see here. We did 8, 7. So that was 6. So now we're into 5. So Alien versus Predator 1 was 6. So now we're into 5th place. And for me, 5th place, believe it or not, the inspiration for this is going to be Predator. I actually like this story a lot. So we're in 5th place. Yeah, I actually like this story a lot. I really enjoyed it. I wasn't the biggest fan of the animation style. Didn't love. It's cool. It kind of reminded me of the Blue Eye Samurai, if you watched it on Netflix, which was a really good anime. I definitely enjoyed that. The animation was cool. Just not my favorite animation style, but I like the story. I like the storytelling and all of that stuff. But it just comes in 5th place for me. Really solid movie. If you're a fan of the Predator series, I would definitely advise watching it. It's just where it ranks for me on this is going to be in 5th place, which brings us into 4th place, which might be an unpopular opinion, but for me, 4th place is Predators, the 2010 with Adrian Brody. Now, 2010 Predators with Adrian Brody is, to me, a dope movie. So you got Adrian Brody and Lawrence Fishburne, who are on the Predator planet. So this is the first time where we really see their planet, their home world, their preserve, if you will, their hunting ground, our preserve in which they have. And you've got all of these groups of people who they've gone out and brought into their world to be a part of their game that they're actually hunting, where they go out and prove themselves. And I really enjoyed that movie. For the longest, it was probably it's high up there on the list for me. All right, it was number 3 for a long time. But I really like Predators a lot. That one is a good one. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. But I think it's one of the movies that adds more into the lore of the Predators, and you see like how serious they are about the hunt, if you will. So that's why I think I like Predators, the 2010 Predators a lot or whatnot. So that was number 4. So here's number 3. Now, number 3 for me is Prey. Okay. So I enjoyed Prey. I thought Prey was a really good movie. It's a little bit slow, but the thing that I enjoyed about Prey the most is that it was the movie that tied the ends together, if you will, right? It takes us back to where Predator would have started. Like, they started coming to Earth. Like, what was the thing that had them coming? Why did they keep coming back? it was the thing that brought the ends back together for me. When you see the hunting and, you know, the part about the gun and all of that stuff, like it brings the movie together and really like builds on top of the Predator world and the Predator lore. So that's why I enjoyed Prey. I thought it was a good movie, great action. I enjoyed seeing how the tribe people worked and fought and built their world together, how the young lady fought the Predator inside of that movie. It was just a fun movie to me or whatever. So yeah, that's why that one comes in at number 3. Now, number 2, believe it or not, for me, it is Predator number 1, the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger and the rest of the super action men in the late 80s. Now, this movie came out in 1987, and I still think it is one of the best Predator movies out there. Arnold is the man. He was the man when it came to action movies. And I loved this movie, and I still like this movie occasionally. I like watching old movies that I've already seen. I like to put them on a Saturday morning while I'm cleaning the house and, just kind of have them on in the background. That movie is superb or whatnot. And I loved Arnold. I loved his team of guys that were just out in the jungle. You had a lot of the guys who were just popular in a lot of the action movies at the time. I can't think of all of their names right now, but I love them. Oh, you had Apollo Creed. I can't call his real name. He was in that movie, right? And it's just in the movie. Is that the movie where we get the Dylan? Oh, you SOB. I think that's the movie that one's in, right? When they get together, yeah, they got the bicep grip. Dylan, love that movie, man. Predator is a great movie, but here's why it's number 2 and not number 1. So obviously you can see that my number 1 Predator movie is Predator 2. So Predator 2 is number 1 for me because I think Predator 2 is when they really started to build on the Predator lore. Predator 1 they introduced, and I was like, oh, this was a standalone. I think it was supposed to be a standalone slasher, thriller, action style movie. I don't think it was supposed to be anything else. But they introduced it, and you had, I think at the time, good box office success. It's like, how do we build on this? Then you get Predator 2. Well, that's where you get lore from. Because at the end of Predator 2, when you see Danny Glover on the alien ship that the Predators are on, you see the tribe of Predators that appear, right? And then if you look in the background, that's the first time we see the alien head in a Predator movie. We see him toss the gun, which ties the end together from Prey. So you really start to get that lore in Predator 2. And because I'm a fan of storytelling, I really enjoy that aspect, especially as I've gotten older in Predator 2. And also, man, Danny Glover was just the man to me too, right along with Arnold and all of that stuff. So I've loved him in the 90s and 80s. And he had this ridiculously big pistol with a scope on it in that movie. And he's running through the city and all of that stuff. It was just a great time. So yeah, Predator 2 is my number 1, with Predator number 1 being my number 2. So that's where I stand with the Predator movies. Let me know what you think, how you would rank them or whatever. I'm curious to hear what some of you guys think. Do you enjoy the Predator movies and all of that stuff? This whole exercise and seeing Predator Hunter x Hunters and then everything they're doing with the Marvel comic line really has me wanting to collect a couple of those Kenner toys. I've been eyeing them on eBay, so I'm hoping I'll get me some soon. I just always love those figures. I like what NECA has done, re-releasing some of them. I wish they would have continued down the path. And of course, I came into the game late collecting those figures. So I've only got 3 of the NECA figs. I'll probably pick up some more as I continue this toy hunting journey and all of that stuff. So tell me what you think, man. So I really want to pause, take a minute to remind you to like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff that you hear on all the YouTube channels, right? Turn your notifications on so you'll know when we post new content over here on That Buy That Toy, man. And keep up, man. We're going to keep doing some new things, trying to get more stuff out there, man. Just posting and connecting with everybody. Been a couple of you guys dropping comments, man. I love interacting with everybody and just, getting a feel for what everybody else is doing. The reason I started this channel and started doing this thing is just to give me the opportunity to connect with other collectors and just talk about this hobby, right? There's a lot going on in the world. A lot is happening in life. It's fun to detach and just enjoy something that brings us joy, right? So that's why I do this, man. Remember, stay with us over here on YouTube. Check us out on Instagram. Go over on TikTok and follow us too, man. That's all I got for you today. Until next time, thanks for tuning in and checking things out. Peace.